Morning, y'all. I slept very well last night. Say good morning a little bit. She slept really good because she actually just woke up not too long ago and I just picked her up from her room. So I just feel like the main way that I'm going to get through this until we have some definite answers is to talk about it. Kendall and I talked about it all last night. I just want to say shout out to him for being so supportive. Of course, he's supposed to be supportive. That's my husband. But, you know, he left work yesterday and came home to be with us, and it felt great. You know, he kind of felt bad about not being at the appointment, but you know, you can't make every appointment. He felt bad, but then he's also like, I'm happy I wasn't there, because our first experience with Masynn, sometimes these doctors can just be a little unnecessarily harsh. And I remember one doctor, he was seconds from going off because he was that rude. I don't know if I think I talked about it before during my first pregnancy, but I'm pretty sure I told y'all there was one doctor I absolutely did not care about at my previous OB. So that was the case. And you know, last time around when we went to, not last time, but yes, last time with this pregnancy when we went to the doctor, he didn't really care for, you know, she was cool and everything, but he didn't really care about the overall situation. So I just want to say something. I just want to break this down because I've been looking for a second doctor, and I'm realizing a lot of these doctors out here, your first appointment, they're drawing blood, they're doing medical history, they're not really concerned about ultrasounds. A lot of them that I did my research on, they really don't even want to do ultrasounds before 12 weeks because a lot can really change before that time. So I mean, obviously, you know, you want to see your baby right away, and I definitely understand that. But just going back to it, y'all, I felt like from the very beginning when they set that appointment, I'm sorry, I have to talk this out and break it down for y'all. So like I said, I got a positive pregnancy test November 19th. I called the OB, I think the following Monday. Yeah, I waited a week. So I called the following Monday. I don't have my phone, so I don't have my calendar. So it was like November something. And she set an appointment for literally a week after December 4th. Here's my thing. I don't know when I conceived. I don't know when I ovulated. I didn't know any of that, and my periods are very irregular. Like I said, the average with my period is every 35 days. So that could be off though. And just thinking about it, I could have gotten a pregnancy test that first possible day, because you know, looking at the apps and stuff like that, I see people get positive pregnancy tests 9 days past ovulation, 10 days past ovulation, things like that. I could have gotten a positive test at the earliest extent. We don't know. So I thought to myself, what if I was exactly 3 weeks when what if I was exactly 3 weeks when I got that positive pregnancy test, and then, or going on 4 weeks, you know what I'm saying, something along those lines. And when I went for my first appointment, first and foremost, like I said before, I'm sorry y'all, I'm all over the place. I shouldn't have agreed to that December 4th appointment. I should have told her, ma'am, my periods are irregular. It's probably going to be entirely too early. I still went to the appointment, and when I explained to the doctor that my periods are off, I feel like at that point she should have been like, well, since your periods are off, instead of us doing an appointment or doing an ultrasound so early and getting all worried, let's wait. I feel like that should have been the appropriate thing. I should have probably had my blood drawn. I know every doctor doesn't do it that way, but I'm just saying I should have had my blood drawn and then come back in 2 weeks. Because to me, that first appointment was just bad off the bat, because like I said to y'all, they had it in the system that I was 7 weeks and 4 days or 5 days or something, and I knew that wasn't correct. I knew I was not that far along. And with my calculations, even though I wasn't even 100% right, I was supposed to be like 6 weeks on the dot. So that estimation of 5 weeks and 4 days that I got could have been exactly right. You know what I'm saying? And for her to say, oh, it doesn't have a heartbeat, I really don't feel like she should have said that as well, because honestly and truly, it's still too early. Yes, some people check for heartbeats at that time and find something. And no, sometimes people don't. I remember my first appointment with Masynn, I was a day shy from 8 weeks. Not my first, but my second appointment. I was a day shy from 8 weeks. And the doctor or the ultrasound tech specifically told me, do not expect to hear a heartbeat. We're just doing this just to date. If I hear a heartbeat, awesome. If I don't, I'm not worried about it. When you come back in 4 weeks, that's when I want to hear a heartbeat. So just going back and hearing all of this, you know, just thinking about all this, I'm not really concerned. And I feel like I was in a trance yesterday, so I didn't really express myself to this doctor. I didn't say what I should have said, and I'm a little bit mad at myself. This is where Kendall would have came in perfectly, because usually if I don't say something, he definitely will. Going into this appointment, my appointment was set for 11 o'clock. I got there at 10:45 and the office was absolutely busy. I mean, it was almost to the point there was nowhere for Masynn and I to sit. By the time I got sent back to the room, it was already 12:05. Let's just put that out there. So I already felt like it was extremely busy at that point, and it took her a little while to come in. Just going back and thinking about it, you know how they usually have the ultrasound set up with your name, your expected, you know, your estimated due date and all that, or how far along you are. There was none of that on the screen. There was absolutely none of that. She took the stick, put the stick where it was supposed to be, and I don't, you know, sometimes some doctors put it in or put it on your stomach and they wait a little bit before they start talking. She just like literally insert, and then she was just like, oh well, you know, I really don't feel like there was anything done. I don't think she checked for a heartbeat. I'm not convinced that she checked for a heartbeat. It went by too fast. And what are you doing? And I just want to make sure that I'm getting the proper care. I'm not in denial. It's not one of those things where it's just like, gosh, I want my baby so bad. Yes, I want my baby so bad. But if this is a loss, it's a loss. I just want the proper answers. Of course, I've been doing my research all night long, and I'm watching videos about people hearing, oh, your baby's dead, your baby's 100% dead, and they go for second, third, eighth opinions, and by the time they are getting ready for their D&C and they ask a doctor for another ultrasound, they are being told that their baby has a heartbeat, you know. And like I said to y'all, I truly believe, because January 2nd was the only date available, I truly believe God is telling us something. But like I said, I'm completely optimistic as well. I've been sitting around here. I had cramps last night, which I tend to have cramps towards the end of the night, and I really truly believe it's because I'm picking up Masynn and doing things throughout the day. But I had those same cramps with her. You know, I'm kind of sitting around like, oh, am I gonna bleed? You know what I'm saying? Just those type of things. So I'm very optimistic to both sides, but I don't feel like I have the proper answers. And that's what I'm searching for, y'all, because I need to know. Something is telling me that this is not over. You know, it was completely upsetting to hear that yesterday. But then I thought about it. I'm like, I don't have any facts. And I've been talking to my best friend and my mom and everybody like that. And they're like, well, you definitely get some extra opinions. My best friend reminded me, you know, sometimes that's why doctors don't even have ultrasounds before 12 weeks, because anything can change. And like I said, she never even told me how far I was measuring. She never told me. And you know what I'm saying? All she said was, oh, I see something a little different. So for all I know, because she did not measure anything, y'all. And you know how when you're measuring, they do that little cross right here, and then they bring the line. You know, if you've had an ultrasound, you know exactly what I'm talking about. She did none of that. And I just feel like, by the way, I do feel like what I saw yesterday was bigger than what I saw before. But I just feel like she didn't even tell me. She didn't even say, oh, well, you know, now you're dating 6 weeks in 1 day. She didn't say anything. We don't have any answers. I've been looking for places to go to. A lot of them, again, won't see people till 12 weeks, so we still have to wait. I'm debating if I even want to go back to this practice at all. I don't know, y'all. Just, y'all snap me, email me, DM me so I can be sane. I don't know, y'all. I just want to know what's going on.